And deeper. Yeah, hidden gems, diamonds in the rough. There were certainly some excellent pieces here for they can have very, very long and careers. And I'm excited to see who will join the NBA fraternity tonight. What do you think we see a lot in the second round is picks on.
Yeah.
We see a lot of trades. We've already had.
Shout out to everybody that's watching.
Your inside for Sean Sharon.
Those are all watching. Hit the love. People should love.
Until they make it 31 and 55 to the Rockets, 39 53 to 29 in the second round pick. The Knicks started who's second round. I think the plans
Oh, so that's what we call it. It's going to be a wonderful, like, the things that it is, and take some quick notes on each around. Let's talk about this. And there's the talent there that could be selected tonight in the second round. Where should we start?
Well, I mean, if you go by, Bobby made a good point today, if you go by best available, the second round isn't always about best available because there's two-way contracts, players want to read it out, all that stuff. So we're going to see some things in our video before you straighten the second round, but we have some players that can get drafted in the first round that was first round quality players. Malik Thomas, Isaiah Evans, Henry Bossar of North Carolina. There's a lot of talent available in the second round, and it's Vanessa just pointed out, just because they're in the second round, doesn't mean you're not going to have a long, productive career in the NBA. And Austin Reeves has signed a huge contract, undrafted free agent.
It scratched my head about that song, bro. Like, why would you sign into a max contract like that? Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what the Lakers is thinking. Making that move.
Extremely well at the combine. He is a defensive specialist. So if you can defend it in this league, you have a role. As Jay said, it's not going to go by best available here. There's the two-way rule where teams are strategizing, putting a player on the two-way. Mitchell was on the two-way. Certainly turned out to be a good player.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot. There's many different paths to the NBA. Sean, you know that better than anyone. We played with so many players. We collected all of them. That's even helped in a championship.
Yeah, I think that's what the second round is for. For those complimentary guys, for those hard-working guys, a lot of guys in the second round, they have a little bit more experience. It might be year 3, year 4. Maybe they had a red shirt. Bodies are a little more fit, a little more NBA ready. Not to come home to the training team, to come home there to train with that. I see Robert Miller. I did have my eye on many times. Notes and Jaden Bradley also another guard that able to control pace, change, speed all the time. Train up the practice. There's a lot of people that need guards right now. That need guards that can help them in the game. 2, 3 goals, knock out shots, still be athletic. Also, result.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll see some stuff. I really like him because they give that classic big. I like the classic bigs that are in this draft. So they have the ability to go out there and be athletic. They do a little bit of stepping off, but they like going out there and they like setting screens. They like putting their chin in there for guys hitting the ball fast. You know what I mean? I like those guys. They might get a little bloody nose. Those guys that run. I think those guys being in the second round really help out the team and work to their advantage because they usually get to the money.
And we see the Houston Rockets having the cards is the team that needs someone to organize their offense well and helping that someone that they can.
Well, that's a priority. I think we thought a little bit playoffs here. Certainly about the President League. You've got Sheckler here now. You've got a bunch of Aaron Holiday creation here. So they are certainly in need of some guards that
Well, with that, it is time to send it over to the podium for the very first time tonight, and NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tinker, who will be announcing the second.
Good evening, and welcome to the second round of the 2026 NBA Draft. Day 2 of the draft is once again being held here at Barclays Center, right here in my hometown of Brooklyn, New York. Last night, we watched 30 players from the NBA family, and today, we usher in another group of 30 players from around the world. Thank you to all the players here this evening who've come to see their dreams fulfilled. So let's get the second round started. The 31st pick in the 2026 NBA Draft belongs to the New York Knicks, who have 4 minutes to make their selection.
So this pick is actually on its way here to the Houston Rockets. And Dave, you said that it's not always about the best available or even fit at this point. So how would you think you can evaluate this pick?
Well, I mean, I do think
Shit, we just don't take my boy to Duke. I said Evans or him.
He had brought up the point about the two-way contracts issue, and there is some value in being an undrafted free agent if you don't want to take a two-way, and that's going to be part of what is required, that you get to choose where you go. Look, if it's me, I take the two-way. I get my foot. You take the two-way, get a go out there, get a foot, but that's just me. But we talked about Malik Thomas, the guy who could really shoot the ball, Henry Nassar, who started his career at Arizona and really improved, one of the most improved players in the country this last year, and stretched out his range to be a three-point shooter, making 43% of the three, and made over 40 of them last year, which was a big jump for him. In those 2 years at Arizona, he didn't have a double-digit rebound game, and he averaged close to 9 rebounds a game last year, one of the best big players.
well, we're talking about two-ways, and probably people at home are like, what are you talking about? What actually is a two-way contract? It's an extension of the roster. Basically, the 15 players under contract, roster's got 16, 17, 18, 3 per team. With less than what a second-round pick can make, which is 1.4, so you're making about $700,000. I was looking at my notes. When you're picking 31, that's not a two-way. You should be on the roster.
Okay, so this is a breakdown.
Or yourself,
of what you're talking about here.
Yeah, but that's a-
Background and what exactly the contracts look like.
Correct. We had, in the last 2 years, we had 25 players drafted in the second round that were on two-way contracts. As I mentioned before, one of them, they mentioned
Dang, portion, I take that. That's so look at that.
Usually values the Houston Rockets in general. We saw them
Oh,
have
let me-
a disappointing maybe
let's
first
go.
round exit to the Los Angeles Lakers, but Kevin Durant who could be first for the majority of the series.
Yeah, they were woefully in need of contract players, and they will address that contract play in the offseason. And they're going to be playing their offseason by probably investing right now. And we've got 8 spots in the draft. This order has been set for 18 hours, and it's on for 18 hours. A minor auction took place. The Rockets won that auction, and we went from 35 to 31. And they will draft a player like Six Evans who plays well some point this season. They're going to need that contract. They also think that he's coming up in ACL. He's not going to block him and start playing 40 minutes.
And then after before the season last
Okay,
year,
let's see what they got.
He's actually recovered.
He recovered well during the season, and he's even slowly the concept to come back to the playoffs. That was just happening. Like, he would be more than a year off. But I think Houston is a team that we want to make sure this goes out to the process, which is the beginning of Houston's career, because they're looking around and they're saying, look at the strength in their division, much like Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see Kevin Durant come back, because he understands that he's going to do this in Seattle when they come to that push going hurt. All happened when they hurt the previous time. I can only imagine he wants to come to the board. They're ready to make it. He has that point guard spot. And not only just a point guard spot, it has to be a point guard spot. It doesn't have to exactly be a point guard work in the time of the position of basketball right now. You just need somebody that can come in and control pro tempo and pro pace. A lot of times you look at that. Especially at the end of the shot clock, someone want you to have somebody take what the ball. They feel like he can all take it. Deep breath, get to our spots, and you know I got it.
Oh, and really that was their late game offense.
Bruce Thornton.
Course of this year, and perhaps they look to address that as you mentioned right now. The Patriots win again. Every New York Knicks is going to the Houston Rockets.
With the 31st pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Bruce Thornton from The Ohio State University.
Bruce Thornton, he has all the right? Like he was a Ohio State all three-time All-Big Ten selection, but also, and this is the fact that he is quote an all-time great. You just stated there as the plain and simple truth about who this young man is, and you really know about him.
Well, he's a four-time captain at Ohio State. That says something right there. He's one of the most respected players and competitors in college basketball, not only in the last few years, but for a long, long time. He's a physical lead guard that is tough, efficient. He's a great leader. He would be only from 3.3. He's just that things done. He's another guy. He's 6 feet tall, so he's not a big guard, but he's big and strong, and he can score. You mentioned the all-time leading scorer at Ohio State. Ohio State's had great players. Right? Say back to Gary Lucas and Mark Kellogg, Herb Williams, you name it, Jimmy Jackson. But he can also defend. But what he really does, I mean, very low error rate. He does not turn the ball over. He keeps it. He's a terrific pick here.
What's an all-time great dude? As you mentioned, four-time captain, only one in school history, and he is with Harvard Esser.
Bruce, congratulations on helping with your family. What was that experience?
I don't understand. Grandma would be here. Coaches, my family, everybody that ever did the process, I'm just thinking that, just to help my mom, just to say, we made it, we finally did all the sacrifices, definitely worth it.
You're Ohio State all-time leading scorer, but you play really well in defense as well. What impact do you hope to have in the NBA?
I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to game and the impact winning most of our possible game each and every night. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm good for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Malika.
Thank you. Congratulations to the entire Thornton family on his day here. Houston Rockets. We're going to take a break.
On the podcast.
And it was Please drive, keeping you up to 100% your weekend number free. People Phone can do for you.
Briar's Maze new treat. There's a whole sundae in there. One of my favorite vanilla, the chocolate swirls and brownies. Now you make it super sure. This is why you Sunday. Your Briar's Sundays for us. What do you think?
Vacation that changes everything. Beautiful landlords. What makes it so special? All those fragrances and emotions. Special K. And try Special K with protein and fiber.
Julia Blood. We switched and wow. From day one, it's proven natural nutrition supports all the soul needs.
King Ginger's Healthy Hearts. Healthy differences today and for life. Purina One, a difference from day one.
The Greek clinical guidance. Actually, the content is what? Let's see. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. Personal questions get personals. No sweat. Didn't ask for. D. No sweat. Clinical guidance. The strongest breed ever.
This spicy pork is so good. I have it been in August. Oh, this chicken is so good. I like pick up this meal text.
Ooh, this steak's so good. I'll definitely be going back for more.
One big, very funny.
I used to struggle with Asian, but now when you head and shoulders every month, because the active ingredient in Head and Shoulders nourishes your scalp and stops flakes where they start, leaving your scalp to be healthy and flake-free. From the #1 dermatologist recommended brand, Head and Shoulders.
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, Sequel has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. Sequel. Sleep, really great sleep.
Guys, good morning. I'm not home. I'm gonna do my yes, and everything. But I'm doing so. I was thinking to go for the retreat. I'm breathing there. I had to get down here. It's a serious as a sound. And I can't because of drinking. Definitely, I've been here before. But there was a time when I used to like do medicine and because I was underage. I did what I had to make the money and sit back and help my family and provide. How much time even that and I told my sister and everything to actually be able to work. I began to alcoholic when I was working in a club. I was drinking 25 hours in a day. And I've been having a rough time, especially with the club, which I quit and started to drink. But you don't want to end up like me, out of bed and praying, God, asking for a second chance, not to die. We don't want to be there. So take care of yourself, guys. Do better work. And I can't really see her.
Of course. What's happening right now? I'm always here.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm good to kind of figure for my son, and he's a good man, he's a good person.
It's nice that she feels this way. But Nikki is the one who wanted to see other people.
That's something I would like to do. I know a relationship.
Talking about we just went public. Because the biggest part was why we not taking them.
But I still girls and walking in different places and I feel like no night and that much. And you know I don't like it.
They still thinking about different schools, something else.
No, that's what they can really I am with I am.
I said,
I feel my question
at the end of the day, you made sure you down my back so that everybody know that we're in a relationship. And now I'm hearing people saying like, well, Pinky, she's outside doing her thing. What's you? What was you think? Are you out here getting your clapped up? He said, yo, listen, I want you to holler at D because he wants to squash everything. I said, okay, cool, let's do it. I went there, he was there, and then also Tanya. Tanya was like, listen, the girl out there, answer my question. Yes or no?
I was looking for something and I never wanted to go cheat on you, but that was a moment.
Stop sleeping for you good. I'm really get my fair. And I really care about you.
Well done.
Oh, Brooklyn Isaiah, let's go. Hey. Oh, I'm still now. I'm done if he went to darn what's called it? Went to the Knicks. Bad boy, he's going to a darn dumpster fire.
Brings to the table with his size and his ability to quickly.
Well, that was it. This is going to be probably watching right now. Last night's stunk, right? You're in the green room, you're rolling one there. Now it's time to move forward. And I'm looking at this Minnesota roster right now, and there's certainly a hole there in that back. Where he's going to have an opportunity not just to make the roster, but earn some minutes. So look ahead. It doesn't matter where you get picked. You're part of the fraternity of this NBA.
And here's what I know about Isaiah. He made such a jump from his freshman to sophomore year. I expect him taking the leap is what he does, and I expect it to be no different than taking that leap.
And remember, DiVincenzo, unfortunately, with the Achilles injury late in the season, he needed a volume function to hit 100 3-pointers in the college level season. You can make threes, and DiVincenzo will probably close this year. Those are so important.
And now it is the Cleveland Cavaliers that are on the clock. Part of a trade with the Sacramento Kings that they made last night. And running the top item here is an extension for Jim Burke.
Yeah, the Cavs are the only team in the second apron, and everybody who doesn't in the second apron can probably get out of the
They have to
second.
take off that apron.
This is why last night they moved out of the first round pick, out of the draft to save another $2. Obviously, right on that. The Cavs are going to try to make football maneuvers this year without putting their roster. Last year, we saw the Celtics out of second apron. They had to lose 3 or 4 very key players. The Cavs are trying to do this without having to do that in a second new contract as well.
And then a new second round pick that they are adding right now, which is in, so let's go back to them.
Malik Thomas.
With the 34th pick, the 2026 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Malik Thomas from the University of Arkansas.
To the NBA for University was selected in the first round. And John Calipari says that Malik Thomas reminds him of Rick Hamilton a little bit. Talented scorer, he really doesn't lack confidence. He participated in Chris Paul's camps growing up, and so I reached out to him. And Chris told me that he loves to play the game. He can run through a wall. If you told him that he gets to play, and here he comes from a big family, and now.
And Malik is a shooter like Malik Thomas. Really shoot it, and at times he's conscience free, and I don't mean that in a negative way. But
Oh no, man, shoulder down. Dang, I misread that, bro.
He got close to 49% in March.
I didn't read the whole thing, though.
40% from three. They was saying that for Gary Zayas Jr. And he's got he can shoot it off the catch, he can shoot it off the dribble, and he makes good shots. He's a low turnover. He doesn't pop up very much. And he's got 3 and D potential. He can shoot it from the corner. He's crazy for 4. He can also score in isolation and create for himself. So you really highlighted about him, but I want to talk about his defense. When you look at his game, his ability to finish up the basketball, I think that's the most underrated facet of his game. He gets that in front of him. He has 3 steals per game. He gets in the pass lane. He can really keep you in front and he makes your life
chaos.
And also it makes the family, and this is really what it's all about that. The momentum now is waiting on the next.
Well, thank you so much. Malik, you want to take it all in. What are the other things that you have to
I would really just say the emotions tonight is all the homework they all year now. I got everything on my own work. Sacrifice for the kids. My parents there for me, siblings there for me, everything my students. All one good emotion. Sign forward.
Your coach, John Calhoun, he's been being in the gym and it looks really confident. What type of NBA players do you think with that sort of dedication?
With the dedication that I had, always living in the gym, always staying in the gym, nothing else but the work. The work's for yourself. So in due time, everybody will wake up and realize.
Great stuff. Congratulations. Malika.
There, that confidence that we were talking about already was putting me on notice here. I did put that on the clock next year. This team is just celebrated once again. It was on the clock. And remember, Yuki was a selection in the second round here. She was actually drafted. It's one of my favorite stories. When a Taco Bell commercial was running, we didn't even get to hear his name called in that moment. And I asked him, how did you say that to tell? He said, we're headed into that one. He said to laugh over that. Particularly the first pick, 2014 draft, and went on to be a multiple-time league MVP, a finals MVP as well. And the finals is where the Nuggets are really trying to take action here. Of course, injuries to Aaron Gordon last season were a huge part of what made them not have a good postseason run. But that's still a little for extension.
Yeah, that's going to be their number one offseason player to get him into an extension. He's indicated to go like a 5-month extension. They're probably under a little bit of payroll pressure, which is something that they're going to try to deal with in the next couple of weeks. Possibly trying to keep Peyton Watson, their key restricted free agent wing, and it would help them, and it has helped them in the past to get a useful player in the second round. They traded back from late in the first round to this pick. I'm sure they have a player targeted that he could help them.
I think scoring. I think they're going to probably lose Tim Hardaway Jr. and possibly Bruce Brown also off the bench. And there's a gaping hole at the two guard here. So they can go a lot of different directions here. But as Brian said, Peyton Watson, restricted free agency, is going to be what to watch along with the Jokic.
Yeah, we have the bench where they brought.
Bro, I didn't say nothing about this weekend. What are you talking about, bro?
Because they needed to bolster that unit, including a backup big, so backup Nikola Jokic, looking after the Bears.
Well, also, you have Jones, this has got a partial guarantee contract. I would protect, I want to talk to the front office. But if you're looking to get some financial relief and you wait for this and then you stretch out the money over 3 years, that would give you a little more flexibility.
So as the Denver Nuggets look to add to their roster, their picks is in. It's time to go back to Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum to see who the Denver Nuggets have.
We have the trades to go. As part of the deal to be finalized later, Brooklyn Nets trades the two Invincible Bulls the draft rights to Isaiah Evans, the 33rd pick. With the 35th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Brendan Brazil from the University of Arkansas.
30, the next four, JV is excellent at finishing at the rim, also best in the defense bench.
Back-to-back block. Blue takes. As you mentioned, Kevin Brazil started his career in Missouri. When he transferred to Arkansas, playing with Anthony Black, injured his knee, set him back a little bit. But for Guy Gallagher, especially last year, he had got NBA with athleticism. Well, he's a good cutter, a lot of breadth, but he also can knock down threes at a high rate. Last year, he was the only Division I player to have over 50 assists, over 50 blocks, and over 50 steals. He made over 40 threes.
Well, and also,
they were good to go for Gabriel.
He made NBA days upper room with Vince Carter, and Vince Carter is comfortable with one of them. You know it's pretty good. More 2026 NBA draft second round after this.
Tonight, the most precious La Quinta Suite may be the agent of destruction. We get it. We've been building connections all day. Demolish that person. Tonight's lucky. Tomorrow you shop.
Today, we are so excited to bring you in attention.
I'll just save money on car repairs.
Let me help people save money. Cost you one call, save drives, thousands on car.
What's catch?
There's no check. You call, drive, and save. When breakdown happens, cost you on the wrong side of the system. Pick up. That works. The man's a genius.
We just gotta keep from coming to the world.
You'll never stop that. Humans do this.
Here's mom. I need to people towards her to protect you. Everyone's wearing it. Also, it's very cool.
What a sexy lady myself, my girl.
Why she? Oh boy.
What about the music? Let me remove it. Play it.
He's turning 5.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
We're gonna cancel papers.
Let's just schedule it, Nancy.
What day would work for you?
Just not today. But let's do it. You're beautiful.
Get all the ESPN networks, Super Sports, Leagues, and the same bundles on the big screen. ESPN. All ESPN, all in one place. Best championship moments. The ultimate experience.
That are hard to block your body, and that's what happens. They actually block the next for an extract video, and you start to play on that
The Clippers, who were one of the most seasoned teams last year, now they can wonder.
I say that
People call them seasoned. What do you think? People do when you they went Keith Wagler and now you look at future one players from last year. Track at having to take into what's going to happen when the suspension eligible, and they've also have players that have team option. Lopez, Bogdanovic.
Also, the decisions that the Clippers are going to have to make then more immediately. They're going to select.
Oh, I knew it was something with Alinte Barber here, bro. That's election.
In the 36th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the LA Clippers select Pablo Miller from Palma de Mallorca, Spain, in the University of
That's the play, bro.
One season that year in Atlanta, and then 1 year international. He was not 12 selection after becoming the first Cincinnati player who lead his team points and rebounds and assists per game since Oscar Robertson.
He's one of the most unique talents in the draft. The way that he can move, he can run like a deer. The solidity of moving at his size is exceptional. And when you look at his actual game, he can handle the ball. He gets the big posted. The most underrated part of this game is his passing. I look at the game against Kansas, 8 assists, 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio guy. He's a great athlete. I have no doubt in my mind that Mark was going to be a great throw and make this team exceptionally happy. And he rebounds at a really high rate. They're talking about his speed. He changes ends really well. He's a graceful athlete. He can switch. He can block shots at the rim. The one thing that I think is a improvement, he's been an inconsistent shooter, but he's got a lot of ability. You nailed it. His passing, he's such an important excellent vision. And I think it'd be a really good NBA player, especially with a 7-foot wingspan.
Let him 12 rebounds range. Your point about him being an exceptional rebounder here. And now, Mama, I think
Like Obama, you started playing professional basketball in Spain when you were 12 years old. What does it feel like in the NBA?
I feel like I've been through so much throughout my whole career, and all the work that I put in, the people that I come here, how to prepare me for the moment, something for me to work.
What skills and athletes of your game are you most looking forward to showing in the league?
I feel like I'm a very versatile player. I feel like it's the best for me, being able to go in different positions, very consistent on that end, and obviously I feel like my playing is a big part of who I am and what I'm going to do.
Great stuff. Congratulations. We'll leave it back to you.
Vanessa, thank you so much.
Oh, she ain't got to tell me she was out of town, bro.
Next on the clock, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, or I see the 7th round team this year. And they really have been able to find talent in so many different ways. They second round of undrafted players that have made an impact. One of those players is, I think, he was pushed through the body, even in these playoffs. Well, he had became such a weapon, but he's a question mark for them. They didn't even between him and someone else on that track.
Well, I'm putting both picks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Who started? Yeah. So I think both will be back on the defender's roster. I think they're too valuable. I think you can exercise the option. You can decline the option. You can sign them both in the contract and get a little bit here. Just a little bit of a lower number potentially here, but when you look at the Thunder, they got a little bit of a roster. They got 16 players under contract, so let's see what happens with this spot here in the second.
Right, drafted Daimara Bennett, so yes, project.
Yeah, I mean, one guy here, if they're going to keep this pick, is Emmanuel Sharp. I think he's an outstanding defender, and he can really shoot.
And that's certainly, I mean, that's what does the Oklahoma City Thunder right? Two-way players that really nice stuff.
Yeah, so I saw earlier this week Aaron Wiggins was a very big success development story for them. They traded him to Atlanta, basically, moved to create a roster spot and move off some money. I suspect we could see another one of those one or two of those moves. One of the reasons why I think they traded up to get Ben Stokes last night out of Iowa is to help replace what they just traded with Wiggins. It's possible you can see that and pick the player here. If we not replace the player, they may have to offload it next week.
Right, and health, of course, was a factor for that development, but he's in with big in particular, but also.
Yeah, I think Adrian Mitchell is an underrated player for them, and the fact that really Mitchell, one of the reasons why they won 60 games again this year was because Mitchell filled in for Jared Williams so well. And I think there was a call for the Thunder to make changes after they had their disappointing exit against the Spurs, but the Thunder felt like if they were healthy, they would have been back in the fight.
Yeah, and some of the questions were surrounding players like Paul. I just think that sometimes you have a series that maybe isn't as good as you've seen in the past, but those are changes we're expecting here. I think that's it.
With the 37th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Ryan Cronwell from the University of Louisville.
Had a really interesting college, not great threes check.
After his career in Florida, then went to the NBA and Xavier and then Louisville. And the last year at Louisville, who has brain and is outside, but we had over 100 threes. Almost 350 career three-pointers. Last year, the average was 21 points versus ranks. We can shoot off the catch, we can shoot off the bounce, and really shoot the ball in position. And also, told he's got a big, strong body, and he can play fast. They got for 20 where I was the most impressed with the league is on that's from where I think when you look at what he did with Indiana State, first one he did last year, the week before, you would think he would sit down and stop the ball at the point of the ball. He called tapping up top, and I think that's where he's growing the most. He's a tough Baker. When you look at what he can do defensively, I think that's what he fits in right now. Defensively, he can make his impact.
And you can fade in Miami too, because I'm hearing that this pick is now on the move. We're going to have more details with our senior insight, Don Taranya. Again, this pick is headed from the Oklahoma City Thunder with Miami's team. One of the reasons that I love this draft so very much is the joy. The reason that was clear with that, we thought just things were last night and today. I'm spending the English for it. Full session today. We'll be right back.
It's gotta have a perfect balance of crushed tomatoes, savory deli pepperoni, and those that's thin, so it folds like it should. You'll get it when you take it. Try Marco's New York style pizza for only $13.99.
Hey, that guy looks like Tim Howard. I am too. Indeed. What's up?
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
You really need to sleep? Sequel has no info. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. Sequel, not for boys, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Super snackable and with great milk. Simple ice cream. Get the Alabama freezer. That's it. Nothing wants. Why is Special K so special? Of all great things, all right. Try Special K.
That's the real that makes punching 0 to 3 ordinary possible to reach 2 hours phone. Describe a story. Say, I know. No,
the Julian situation and movie, it feels great to just put my energy into that way, especially when it's someone else.
Cool, y'all, Brandon Smith.
Right. Jensen.
No matter what happened between us, I
I'm so happy that they keep making my house.
It has been a journey to get here. I have gone through a long year of public backlash, but I'm finally here to motivate and ignite. So, special guest, Kent Jones. A mother accused of having nothing going on and just using her for clicks and attention. Nothing could be further from the truth. On my husband, my podcast, I develop rich, insightful content on a variety of topics. He is here to talk about his music comeback, but first, the audience wants to know about you and the model identity.
My past conflicts are little concerned with me. What is more important to me than the woman I call me? True love, mine. Wasn't in the king. Wasn't in the king. Spoke about living as sweet. There's what the queen is about.
Oh, hell, wild man, bro.
I have two of them.
Lord, I thank you for bringing the three of us together tonight. Blessings that you prepare for us. In Jesus' name, I pray.
And when you put two great women together, that men change and leave our issue behind us and get to that. I'm smaller than I used to be, but this town is big enough for it.
There's no one that can walk for me. All family and household plans is in the past. Everything to make life work in my life, thought would never happen. Can't ride for anyone that's forced to. I want to tell y'all my story. I went off for where I came from. I came to Miami and everything was going bad for me. End of the day, I know you should tell me how to go work with my kids. You definitely go to your second period. Don't leave me alone with the dogs. Wait,
Life and friendship are not competition. Anyone that can stand next to me, because I know I'm very strong-minded, kudos to you, baby. What a great friend.
This is my baby. But I feel like I people see things on my side. Even though sometimes you have to do other things behind.
Beautiful.
By the attacks I took place, the cloud of me as you do. Just feel that everyone is jealous over my success. And y'all ain't worrying about your own business. And let me be great and fabulous in our own voice. 6 months ago, when you told me this day would come, I would have thought you were crazy. But you know,
Did I tell brother? This is sweating. Michael and I maybe finished.
Yeah, cause
These young men is just the
yeah, no, German, that's a nice place, bro. No. Oh my God.
We don't get that many back. This is the biggest yard.
I missed the first 20 minutes. I was about to draw.
At 39, and now he is with our Vanessa Richardson.
Thank you, Jack. You and your family were all smiles. How would you describe the feeling when you heard your name?
Just honestly grateful. I have not only me, also the people that are here and yeah, very.
How did your band actually?
I love it. I always saw from a young guy, I love it. I love the main side, the side, the canal, and it was.
Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Thank you. On the clock here, Brian, and it's earlier was talking about never had this before. All of that aside, the boss was saying was that all you could be going to be healthy, you're going to be good enough, and this seems to be and that maybe they're
Yeah, this team was talking about the how Boston sort of come to this conclusion they need to change their roster. They played admirably without basically kept themselves up in the game. Tatum came back. He looked like one of the best teams. A lot of people had them winning these battles and so on. And some people thought that they might go toe with the Knicks had Jason Tatum not gotten into that category. But internally, I think because it's such a good team, right? He just came out early in the season and said, I don't think we were good enough to not perform that well against the top teams. And so they have made the decision to need to alter their roster, improve their chances in a rapidly changing environment.
Yeah, and this could be a huge summer here with the Boston Celtics. Okay, who's it?
Before we commit to the 2026 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Dylan Mitchell from St. John's.
Basketball here. Let's see who can play that for him, Bobby, ahead of the draft spot.
And you know, who's defensively and who's really NBA right now. The one thing that stood out when we watched Chicago was passing. He had one game of one of the bases here. That's something that he's certainly worked on.
He's a highlight reel. There's spectacular athlete.
The Holland floor he's doing.
90% of the field goal attempts were in the paint. He doesn't score outside of it right now, but that sort of athleticism, length, defensive ability, you can really guard. You can really change it and block for it as well.
And it's Boston now. It is Miami that is on the clock here. And we talk about Miami now. We're talking about the era of Bill Fireball and Dallas.
Well, we are, and then win that trade, right? We win that trade when you get honest about what you feel. Now it's kind of about filling out the gaps. And then this pick going to fix it here. Miami had been foiled in the 20 forever, and now you basically push if you know. Then we're going to go with that, honest, and get that by them.
Yeah, look, I think Miami is in a position that they got the prize in this offseason. They have a top side player who's going to be fine. I think they've got a lot left. Their team is probably going to do 2 transactions. We can probably see this summer and maybe the trade deadline.
Is that a win? 2 transaction cycle. Does it feel like this team right now is a win now team? It feels like they're a win.
I think they're going to be an elite defensive team. Instantaneously, the team they get in the court. I don't think that their team will be built out because they're going to be restricted to how much they play for. But the Heat have done this before. The Heat took themselves down to 2 players under contract in 2010, built their team back up, and what made the next 4 finals. The mechanisms to do that are a little tougher in this day and age. But Andy Ellsberg, Pat Riley, Adam Simon, Eric Spoelstra, the development staff is the same thing that they did 15 years ago. I believe we'll do it again. It's just taking some time.
Well, an elite level scouting department, Max Strus, Dave Vincent, players that we kind of found unattractive here. They'll be able to foul. We're in probably December, we'll be like, oh, that kind of fun.
Right.
That's what Miami does.
Well, what Miami does is Oklahoma City is actually what he does is go to what these scouting departments do. So again, this pick is headed to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That pick is in with the Boston.
But you first thing the Miami Heat, Ortega Oweh, University of Kentucky.
Career in the right before his retirement at 35 points.
You know, when you look at Oweh, this ticket for the OKC, he is perfect. You talk about like that.
Players got a lot of Donovan Mitchell type of game, bro. But it's a shot. It's all handles.
He's got that. It's still not a great shooter. Downhill force. When you drive the ball, he puts pressure on you, he gets ball from all the time. I think it's perfect because of what he can do to the defensive body.
And that's an athletic team, and his brother plays for the Washington Commanders. So much of that's very happy about this selection and this family's success. We're going to take a quick break here. We're coming up the Western Conference champs. The San Antonio Spurs are on the clock. Here we go.
Oh, if he's gonna fire you, let him fire you. But right now, you gotta get up, get dressed, in your best outfit, and get to work. Come on. And if he's gonna fire you, let him look you right in the face and fire you. But that isn't your concern right now, right?
It's going to just read to me, please.
Maybe it is with a heavy heart and determination that the nation is sleeping. Now it's like somewhere half.
Mr. President, the truth staff. Morning, Mr. President. Yeah, it's been really.
What is almost?
It's good. Yeah, we're let's almost have it. What's the Okay, then I'll just go to the explaining and reorganize some things for the everyone person that really likes space. Absolutely. Doesn't have to be really nice, but I think we find it a big space. So hard to see. Listen to it again. Somewhat. Yeah, it's just important for a week so far. All this last time was before I started following everything. Okay, well, I'll see you continue some of your top officials. We'll get you some more complete. Also, what's going on between General Cunningham and Director Geisner? Yeah, the two of them never really liked each other. And to be honest with you, General Cunningham really did not know like my name. And I include myself in that number. Right, it's a hell of a 5-star general. I don't know what, man. Sure, that's what open up the academy. I'll be watching the press from my office, okay?
I will be doing the concert. Every other time comes in, but please, wait on her.
Yes, Mr. Brown. What's on? Oh, yeah, I heard this was a crazy movie. Yeah, Mr. Jackson. Well, pretty good sometimes. Yeah, but I just, I don't know. What can you find? I'm telling you, he's like climbing up around the walls or something. Okay, you know, I got kind of looking for a room where I go find it. Yeah, we didn't find it for it. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you listen.
Okay. We'll get into it. I promise you.
I hope so.
One of my ways of finding people.
Not here. We're in position for future.
Tell the truth.
I'm counting on it.
Miss Prince, I was a betting man. I bet on you every time.
Have you seen Trent?
I was looking for him actually.
We could have performed a terrible times.
Well, it's for
Something's wrong. Trent always has to perform for me.
everything's going on.
Well, let's look at something that did.
I'll find it.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll get back to you shortly.
Spurs got Jacoby.
With the 32nd pick in the 2020 NBA draft, San Antonio Spurs select Jacoby Gillespie from the University of Tennessee.
This has been the best way to also create a shot. You're another way of thinking athlete. What's my who's named after him?
You know, he's a small guard. Another guy with more power. He knows how to get great offense. He averages over 18 points a game, over 5 or 6. And he also gets 2 steals a game. Yeah, he's an isolation creator and a really good shot maker. He shot over 40% on spot up threes, and you see a disruptive defender playing for Rick Barnes, who doesn't guard.
He spent 2 years at Belmont, a year with Maryland, and ended his career in Tennessee. As he turned now to the Brooklyn Nets, but we have a trade to report here. So let's go back to our senior insider, Sean Sherrigan. Sean, what can you tell us about what's happening in Memphis?
With sources telling me the Detroit Pistons are sending Isaiah Stewart to Memphis with 3 future second-round picks.
Man.
The Pistons now are clearing Stewart's salary off the books. He's being absorbed by the books. He's raising future assets as well. This is clearly a move, a precursor for the Pistons now for something else. They have been searching for scoring out. They were set to pursue all three of the free agent. They reached agreement on a max contract with the Lakers, but Kobe White, Tyler Hero, they're another now the Memphis Grizzlies now get 25-year-old rugged big man. We know he just became Newton, and that he now has
Right, so move over Memphis barbecue. It's time for Memphis Beach Stew. What is streaming?
2 years left in the contract. He was on base for 12 before he didn't hit the 65 game requirement. $15 million and $15 million last year. So two options to base the Memphis Grizzlies. Brian could talk about the, I think there's some real
Come on, scoring?
So first off, the Pistons wanted to do this because Paul Reed, Paul played so well here the last season. He will slide in that position. They already had about $30 million salary with that space. The Lakers increased their offer over the last 24 hours to get this deal done with Austin Reed. Why? Why did they do that? Because they knew that there was a chance that the Pistons would go to space. So who is their target now? Yes, I know those names. There's obviously. But what if they go $15 What if they check on the availability? That's for why we're not quite sure whether he's going to extend his contract in LA or in traded. What if they look at some of the bigger names that could be out there? Heck, they clear enough open space, they can call them all games if they want to. I think the big story is it's interesting. Memphis is building a big set line. There's crack boots or coordinates to meet. That's interesting what they're building there. More Western Conference teams building up sides. But Detroit is setting themselves up to be the story of this offseason. On the story of this offseason, after falling short, where they need more scoring and creation in the playoffs.
And they have a financial window right now. Remember, Keon Barron, and then Asar Thompson. They're going to get paid. So if you're going to use some of that flexibility, you do it right now.
Yeah, well, because they were the number one team through the regular season, and then they just ended up falling a little bit. Yes. All right, so we've been chatting about this trade that just happened, but right now it's Brooklyn. I don't think it's
With the 53rd pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Tyler Villano from UCLA.
His mom looked at the WNBA, he's the first round pick in NHL, and he can really shoot the basketball.
The equally can front-court player is a 7-foot wingspan, about 6'7.5". But he got NBA the 4% of his threes, he can take a pop, he can shoot on screen. He may not be the most athletic defender, but he fits the nose in there. He'll rebound. With the question of you can do it off the dribble, you've got size, you can shoot, you've got play in the NBA.
Yeah, he reminds me of Bruce. Anytime I can see a guy and he got somebody that he reminds me of, I think he's going to be all right out there. He got to keep the ball. I know what you're saying as far as
I wonder I know you from, bro.
You got it. At the 3-point line, and get to that shot fake and do a straight line drive. It's gonna be
And anytime that's talking about the wiggle,
yeah, I like that. You got it. It's okay. I'll pick you up.
I'm to say that we draft in 2 years. We've already seen so many of us football moments of pride. And then we're going to get so many more. We have to work with them after this.
Yeah, you got too much to win now, boy. So
Questions. Last night, the President and First Lady were awakened from their sleep by Defense Secretary Moss, who informed them of the tragic news that 2 more had passed on the world. One at the Truesdale Bridge in Indiana. At approximately 2:13 this morning, a box truck passing through split down session and then the bridge, where our latest reports estimate 27 cars went into it. At this hour, no survivors of the attack have been found. At approximately 11:13 in San Francisco, 2 bombs went off. One of 2 different separate cars, causing damage to the building and
I guess so. Dude.
at this point, total dead. This has to a total of 4 separate attacks on the U.S. border. And 3 subsequent attacks at U.S. embassies in the Middle East at Bakura, Uzama, and Korea. The President of the United States.
So I've been in Brittany's all morning with our to interrupt you, but I wanted to come by and talk to the American people. Now, I want to begin the first thing and I wish to extend our condolences and heartfelt sorrow.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this, bro.
All hearts free and your families will do all our prayer today. Ryan Down, the team has strong theories of this stuff. We have reason to believe this could be the one for the carousel out of the Middle East. Al-Shabaab. We refer to them as ANA. Although intelligence officials have strong reasons to believe it is ANA, they have not yet given me the evidence that is conclusive. Once I have that, I will report to the American people a definite answer about who is responsible for this act. I have ordered a national state of emergency for all 50 states, colonies, and territories. I have ordered all planes stay grounded again today until further notice. I am enacting a John Paul Dust curfew in all states. All Americans, we will get through. With that, I will take a couple of questions before I create a situation.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a few questions. How do we not know about the impending attacks? And how concerned are you with the egregious failure of artillery agencies? Did you know about these attacks? And lastly, what you tell Americans who do not feel safe in our nation today?
Thank you for your questions. Let me say this. These attacks are not even 24 hours old. This situation, and many questions have to be answered before I start to assess and to your last, what would I say Americans would talk to us today? Your president, the American military, local law enforcement are all united in one goal. You said,
Yes, sir.
because I should put some
What is that do, big man? Okay, I like that. Big Weezy. All the big man off the board.
I understand this is a here and I think that's is just showing that we will open the airspace in this state for Americans to travel around. In the meantime, Americans can hunker down for it. And question, what did you know about Texas president? Well, here on every level to protect. Thank you for the question. The rest of you help address the nation's movement on your own. Thank you.
Wait, what is that?
So this is the device.
Who is listening? Now I know this.
No. It's just no. This can be difficult.
Zone is necessary, buddy.
Yes. No way I know what's going on.
That's too tricky.
Yeah. But I'm listening, this is the only way I can hold on. What would you do home? That's important.
We call you. You really think I'm in that kind of danger?
I don't know more. And I don't even know too. That was already killed us when he's capable of.
He has.
So that's what we found. But I'm not going to sit around and let this happen.
I can't believe you do all this for me.
Touch. Mere touch.
I doubt anyone can do that.
I said,
I said I doubt anyone can do that.
you know, it really hurts me that you doubt me.
You think I can protect you? Love is a very man, Bobby.
Oh, why?
That right there. What you're doing.
Oh, no.
Was I a body?
I'll stop you.
Me? What?
Houston.
What's this about? Your son? No. But we are setting for all things right.
Well, there is a national emergency going on.
Yes, sir, that's why we're here. We just need to get a photo of you and administration working and united together and protecting the safety of the American.
That's what this is about. Pictures.
Oh, fine, that's easy.
Oh, that's cool.
I I have the vice president and second lady outside. We just need to get some photos of people working together on the president.
You want to take pictures with me, like, yeah.
I'm trying to clear up the mess that will investigate. There are rumors and leaks going around. We need to net all that.
I'm not taking pictures with Eli. You're lucky to be alive.
Do not say anything like that, especially at my present.
Off me. No chance in hell I am.
Boy, this out of ministry.
A FCC all defensive team selection is here that he has had an impact here in the
Well, he can walk shot, like the ring. He rebounds, he's a blue runner, roll. He had 69 dunks this one. 22 of those were off blocks. So 85% of his points are going to come in the paint. But he is athletic, and he can defend the paint and defend the ring. He started his career at Ohio State and finished his career playing for Rick Barnes at Tennessee.
He grew up playing soccer in Nigeria. He started at basketball shortly before he moved to the United States in 2018. And so, I mean, it always impresses me. But I think it's like a lesson playing the physical level that they have already achieved. This final from the second round here of the NBA draft. More from Barclays Center after this.
Never just walked out of things. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
This is 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
We are so excited to bring you into the future.
Ugh.
How can we help people think what's the magic genius. Don't want to stop that. Do it.
Well, this is like my shirt animals. I'm actually not on today. Well, I actually don't know. Is it one thing?
Decisions, answers, you can make in the moment. Try for free.
I know you're allergic, and I live with it, but I don't naturally live alone. That's why I call Stanley Steele, the deep clean experts for almost 80 years. Schedule your airboat cleaning today at StanleySteeler.com.
Next screen, some diapers with your session, baby home, and one phone.
That's back at first time here at Wins. Or 3% in drugstores, and so much more. No change for doing this.
Small ball, international socks. Fields, Pennsylvania, Europe. That's not why we're talking about person, van, who else?
This
For years. And then they're on the roster in the second round of the NBA draft. It's been a pretty difficult couple of weeks getting for the matchup. My first Gary Baker selected. Let's go back to
With the 47 2026 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Tyler Nickel from Vanderbilt University.
For a year before playing the final 2 seasons with Vanderbilt. It's like league basketball.
You can take after 10-3. Last 2 years, it was
I don't know, why does it say that place going to Phoenix?
So my deal with Sam Merrill, he can move without the ball, he's a good runner, and a quick early. We mentioned he started his career in North Carolina for 3 years, and went to Virginia Tech the last 2 years at Vanderbilt. And he's a solid defender, but he works his tail off in addition to being an excellent shooter with Tyler Cannon last year.
Top 40% from down the arc in the years of the Commodores. And really versatile player here. And now the Dallas Mavericks, they're on the clock. And they have had a twin full change last 16 months. Let's start in February of 2025. The Grizzlies now get to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, and then AD played in only 9 games for Dallas in 2024-2025 season, where they drafted number 1 overall in the next 2025 draft. And he even wanted to win all-time to lead their team in total points, rebounds, assists, because anytime he's doing Michael Jordan, good company. And then they hired him as team president and fired him as head coach. And then they brought in Dustin May here as the new leader of this young group today.
Dustin May, and Bobby and I talked about this, Brandon. He's got a great demeanor. Like he's an excellent teacher. One of the things that he did at Michigan, I'm sure he did it before that, was he allows players to make mistakes in practice. You know, he's not a yeller, a screamer. He's a kid. And I think this is a really interesting hire for Dallas. I think it's going to work out really well.
Versus the look inside those draft experts. And Dallas is in a spot right now, Shep, because they have Kyrie Irving, their former teammate, hopefully coming back up on Super Bowl style. They're hopefully coming back healthy. All kinds of generational talent in Cooper Flag.
Yeah, I think that, Cooper Flag, honestly, he needs to thank Jason Kidd. On his way out, he just left Cooper Flag. He just had the ball in his hand for a decision that we all didn't know what to think of. But as the season go on, we started to realize that they were grooming him to get productive. To have Kyrie Irving joining that slide over, and then to have what they had in their front court, you start to get a little more excited about what you're going to see in Dallas. I'm excited.
Cover the wall.
In the 2026 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Troy Dewar from London, England, and Virginia Tech.
He played seasons of college basketball all in Virginia, 2 at VCU, 2 at Virginia Tech. Originally from the United Kingdom, he's one of the most athletic players in this draft. He had the highest max for the combine.
Yeah. 45-inch vertical. The athletic doesn't cover something wrong. He's a ridiculous athlete. Talk about a lot of potential. You can throw that as high as you want to. One of the things that makes sense to get out is ability. He's got a 6'10" wingspan, but he makes great recovery. time for it now. He could make a recovery and make a big time play. He's not an offensive player. He's got great potential. I love that about his own play. So he makes a bit of a lot of things.
That's what I did.
Thanks, Blake and Kobe. I love your story. You picked up basketball until you were 16 years old, and you just got drafted in the NBA. How would you describe your journey so far?
Magical man. I like to do things and I really stay from this guys obviously what I want to be there. But it's like really busy.
We saw your athleticism on full display at Virginia Tech. How do you hope to use that athleticism in the league?
Just be versatile, defensively. Make the offense pretty much something good at it. Put on the show.
Great night for you. Congratulations. Blake, that's all.
And as far as my acting career goes, I got one thing to take the job. The UK acting, he taking jobs.
I mean, you might have to look at the competition. All right, now let's go for nuggets here that are on the block. And it's really discussing earlier, Brian, for Denver, when you're looking around the Western Conference, you know Oklahoma City, you're seeing between the Spurs where they can do it. And that was
extremely exciting the end of the season for the Nuggets. You know, it was a very tough series against the Timberwolves. You had to having one of the greatest statistical seasons in NBA history this year. He had that record 70, and he never really was the same player. They have to treat every Jokic season, especially his prime, with so much like a diamond almost. And so they've been juggling, trying to make up for the fact that they've traded away a bunch of their picks. They're under some pressure here because so many teams around them have improved and are improving, this year over year.
Yeah, I think year after year we sat there and we kind of moved Denver. They're going to be around that 3-4. They could fall to 5-6. We know they're going to be in the middle of that. They can have the top of it. I think for the first time in a long time, they have to look over their shoulder. And it might be a good thing for their roster, but I do want to see some things over there.
I'm interested in our I want to see things when you look at it, you probably going to take Watson. They find your stuff there. Many people take Watson. They expect that they can do that. Virginia, I think that's the biggest.
So when you say ones and things, what do you mean?
When you start looking at a team that has won, you think of their pillars that they have on their team, and then you think about those swing guys that the swing is. When I saw MPJ leave, and then I saw Gordon have all that pressure on them to do what they do in that 3 spot, you start to think of the DNA of the team and say, are there other ways to win? Do we not have to put so much pressure on one position and one way to play? You're not going to lose Jokic, which makes you look around the rest of the roster and wonder what are the moves that are going to get made, what are the steps that are going to be had.
I expect them to make a significant move this year. The question is going to be, is the team going to move to add talent, or is the move to offload salary? That's what we're going to learn a lot about them in the next year.
But Nikola Jokic is not necessarily a player that you've historically seen apply pressure by saying, I'm not going to sign that extension until we see
That's true. He can make it clear with his actions this offseason. When the season was over, he without signing that extension. He has been the most low-stress superstar of the modern era. I'll never had to lose even a night of sleep over how this guy has been. He does it again. They have the freedom to do whatever they want. It's fantastic to force people.
The 49th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Bryce Hopkins from St. John's University.
He did deal with multiple injuries in his career, but he did play all 37 games in the past year for St. John's.
Yeah, he's got length. He's got 6'7" wingspan. He's a versatile forward and can really play ball. He play with energy. He's got things done. The ball the most energetic players on the floor. But he's a solid offensive rebounder, great linebacker, and a versatile defender. He can guard.
2-time All-Rookie selection, and now he is on his way to the Denver Nuggets. We're going to take a quick break here. But one of the things that I love here is the parents. They see their children's grades come through. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll be right back.
Fruits love hard. That's good.
That's what they in hell.
But they hate that grade just in second grade. Bugs hate grade.
That's so awesome.
If you're waiting for traditional movements to remain this list of tools, the applications made won't survive. Living on the transplant culture is another way forward. GPMC performs one of the most trends and any other program in the country. My experience was one life changing. One new on the GPMC. Life begins.
With the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Visa Card, you can earn 6 cash back in the category and online shopping. First year from and match your schedule with the match.
And for what?
I like the delicious one more plus.
No, it's actually my son's.
Go ahead, you can do it.
Nothing outside of the
Introducing the first ever Infinity QX65. The world is freeze. Fall high. The Infinity QX65 is unstoppable. First ever QX65.
After a wild ride, because Dr. Squatch released their first ever natural spray deodorant, and then Dr. Squatch deodorant players spray to the coffee. One of the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price. Ronel offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can lost results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula for less hunger and faster results. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price improved. See if you qualify at Ro.com/leading.
My name is Taylor. I'm a tech coder with Pacific Northwest, and I recommend TimberTech. The low maintenance is a huge selling point. Then Northwest get a lot of rains, a lot more mold growth, insects. But wood deck just doesn't last very long. Most people don't want to be out there on their hands and knees, sanding, restaining. The composite definitely holds up. Clients pick out what color they want, and it's that color for the life of the work. They need to enjoy their beautiful deck for a lot longer.
Welcome back to Brooklyn. Don't miss the top working picking for the first time at NBA Summer League in Las Vegas from July 19. Get your tickets now at NBAevents.com. And July 9th on ESPN, 9 o'clock Eastern, we're looking to schedule your flying at all at 8 months at number 2 pick, Gary Pearson going head to head. And then our friends on Prime Video have the game at July 10th. At 8 o'clock Eastern, Caleb Wilson will be facing off in that one in Las Vegas. Coming back inside Barclays Center. It's the Toronto Raptors who are on the clock. And Toronto had a ripping first-round series against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, the one of the draft picks from last year, Conway Boyles, with a terrific showing in that first-round series. I love meeting Alan Graves last night, the 19th overall pick. This is a guy who started 4 games this year at Santa Clara. Talk about a dream coming true. He gets invited to the green room roughly a week ago. He's a first-round top 20 pick. He has all about the right things. And remember, 2 years ago, right about this spot, the Raptors got Jamal Shea, that turned into an excellent second-round pickup who's been in their rotation.
And a fan favorite as well. The Toronto Raptors have made their selection. Let's go back to
the Braves. The Oklahoma City Thunder are trading to the Miami Heat the draft rights to Ryan Conwell, the 37th, in exchange for the draft rights to Otega Oweh, the 41st pick, and financial considerations. With the 50th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Jaden Bradley from the University of Arizona.
I remember Jaden Bradley when he hit that buzzer beater in the baseball game.
You know, looking this up, they've all said how many people think around. Well, Jaden Bradley is a very simple player. On ball hits. When you look at him, they in front, he balls out, get turnovers. He's phenomenal. He gets to his shots, he changes his pitch. Like, you come off that ball screen, you stop on a dime, wide open the defense, and you can knock it down. Jaden Bradley can do that. And the thing is, he's the ultimate leader. He took that group of freshmen and he was able to have success and be the number one team professional with all this time during the season. And he was phenomenal in that way.
Yeah, so McConnell's All-American. He started his career at Alabama and then transferred to Arizona. And this last year, his leadership ability to Pete's point is really impressive. And he's a clutch time player. He averaged 35 points per 40 minutes of clutch time this last year. And that game he had against Iowa State in the Big 12 tournament was magnificent. He's a Big 12 player of the year. And the Big 12 has a pretty darn good player.
Yeah.
Being the top 2 picks in the draft.
And as a fact, since he's a lifelong saxophone player, so somebody like saxophone drafted into the NBA.
Nobody in his family is been Vader top.
We went out to tell you, all right, and walk into their spot, but you we Orlando had it, and we discussed the ways in which Orlando needs people to improve. But the Lakers, they trade out the pick after making it the number 1 selection of their big question, though, of what happens next with Anthony Davis.
Well, I think they're in one of these situations where they can sort of set themselves up to try to very, very quickly flip their results. They've been basically the dregs of all of the American professional sports the last 2 years, let's be honest. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to very quickly improve. They're going to trade for Trae Young. They're going to trade for Anthony Davis. And now they've got to be advanced. So I think they expect sniffing the playing immediately. But to do that, they have to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis just saw Trae Young at $240 million extension a couple of days ago. He is expensive eligible this summer. Bobby, I think he'd like to get the thing happen.
I would think so. I would think his for 1 year, but I can also too. Some of the foreign draft, they're going to need Trey Johnson a lot. You'll probably will finally players who have some years to really take the most of the Yeah, I mean, look at the front line. When Sar's healthy with Anthony Davis and AJ Bonza, the front line about 9, 10 above and defense.
Yeah, I mean, the number 1 pick taken.
Well, he's not to the blue spot. There's no pressure on him. You have a guy like Trey Young and getting down Anthony Davis. They didn't rush to just play his songs. He does double pressure.
Now, another member will be.
With the 51st pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Isaiah Nelson from the University of South Florida.
They don't again. You're truly Orlando the 2-year after South Florida.
Isaiah Nelson has had 40 years. He's 6'8", 6'9", another guy really long. 7'2" wingspan. At 89 jumps this year that led the NCAA, and also 135 offensive rebounds. That was in the double. We got only had 18 double-doubles and averaged just under 10 rebounds a game. That led the American Athletic Conference and the NCAA tournament. They played Louisville. And he had another great game at 22 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. He does it in every area of play on open. The one word on it, you can look up the notes in his motor. He plays with an exceptional motor. You want to get him to have the best protection. See what kind of stuff for. That's the reason why he got to play.
More from the second round of the NBA draft after the break.
Sleep.
What do you think? Small. And which is that because you've been asking a lot, you didn't have to. This reason why it's mixing up and this can't last forever.
And the girl we're gonna kill it, this we're gonna do it again. It is
Well, I was excited. IKEA. Focus one or choose from thousands of pickup locations at IKEA.com. All at the price. IKEA, bring the possibilities.
You can't.
Actually, becoming manager of Moss and Dr. Paul.
Oh, you're down on something, man. Gentlemen, that's the plan. I'm going to be able to say in order to retaliatory strength. My address. I'm full agreement with that, Mr. President. Figured it. I mean, I'm honest. Thank you, Mr. President.
We have early intelligence that these are actually compounds when any activity are put down.
Fantastic. Also for the military, wow.
No, please, I beg you.
Second on.
Dr. Caliphus on our side, Mr. President. I think I can explain this difference. So, what you see here,
What is it?
this is the Moscow road. You can see this is an extension of the valley surrounded by all these mountains. And it appears from Moscow to Makarov. And these are several on Moscow.
Then where's the leaders compound? What's the name again?
That's the down research on every security briefing every morning. Looks like you know the enemy's name by now, Mr. President. Like 7 questions ago.
Continue, Andy.
Thank you. A strong Calvary stand to your here. And here is a
That's what we want.
this building here. This is where their soldiers not soldiers and terrorists on this, I concur with the general. But nevertheless, this is where they train.
Is this where they plan attacks on America?
Yes, sir. This is ground zero.
So if we take out all of these camps, all these compounds, we'll be destroying A&M.
We will deal with them major blow, but destroying them, no.
A&It's a worldwide operation, President. They comport with every continent, including here in America, thanks to our open border.
So striking this region will deal at least a major to A&M. Why are we hesitating?
Innocent civilians. This building complex is often a whole complex of 400 civilians. And here, the house is in the basement of a school of 2,000 children. And cats are on the offering of water's probably 700,000 people. Our nation, a law, and ethical principle. So, to bomb this region and kill hundreds of thousands of people, we will go against all that we stand for.
You will do more. Next time, we don't have it. We can try. It's really hard to say.
The queen of pop candy.
Yes, Cooper decided to come back here on a 2-year contract, but it's completely maximize around with looking at we don't know exactly when we will see him next season, or certainly at what point. And then also how they were able to continue to develop themselves.
Well, they actually drafted Jackson. Last year they got Bill Richard, that late inspection, and actually gave them some really good minutes. So we'll see what they do at this pick, and if they're going to get another young player. So it comes down to something else. When the team back, how it's Curry, and had some knee issues towards the end of the year here. They've got some decisions. Draymond Green's got a player option. I would expect him to come back on the roster.
Well, I know that they liked the actual
Yeah, 1 year he's going to be 24 when he starts the season next year, and plug-and-play guy. I think it fits perfectly with
and we're Golden State West too. I mean, it really is, Brian. When you go to the Golden State Warriors, you are fitting into the tried and true system.
And they've been big game hunting. You know, they tried to get into the Giannis sweepstakes. They've shown interest in some other star players. The big question is, if LeBron James can't work something out with the Lakers, I expect that will happen. I do. If something happens, the Warriors are in there with love to attention as well.
Okay, well, we're going to step back to the sit now and go back to the commissioner, the deputy commissioner at the podium with Golden State.
With the 54th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors LeJay Jones was the first.
LeJay Jones, he averaged just under 13 points a game last season for Florida State, and now on his way to the Golden State Warriors. We're going to take a quick break here before we head back to the podium to finish out the 2026 NBA draft. But it's the hands to the tears of smile, and they get the shock and surprise. That's what the NBA draft is all about.
Barcelona has its championship on the line. He's being wanted by the tallest man in the world. This is wonderful news. It means his friends are completely enough to dream at season's 5 minute and rock and sleeping better too. If CPAP doesn't work for you, check out Inspired Therapy, a proven sleep apnea treatment. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more and view safety info at inspiresleep.com.
Want to see Crohn's disease symptoms and keep coming back. Break away what's possible. Truvada. Truvada can help with remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years. Some visible repair of your intestinal lining. Serious allergic reaction, increased risk of infections of lower ability to fathom, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, symptoms, and need a vaccine. Break away with Truvada. Dr. Truvada today. I don't look for deals. They sense my energy and appear. Oh look, another one. Whole Steel Days at Golden. Save up to 50% plus get early deals with free shipping and instant price cash at goldsandgold.com. It's a fragrance-free and non-greasy. You don't like the button, you both can agree on. That's Steve Johnson. And no pants.
Oh, I can't buy this.
Whoa, your important investment accounts are designed for long haul. You can be a little back. Empowered.
But if you're a kid, this work is a must-have in your class. I was tired of flying to college, so I got this service on, and now I don't have to work. I got a 6 meal time, and I switched from regular phones to this immediate. The brand is called college, and make a regular stretchy culture for the top of the college. I got rid of so many problems I got created. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves and the college stays fit all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collegeandcode.com.
Want the fastest working GLP-1? Now a new monthly gift and a half the price. FDA approved weight loss medication. Cheaper. The fastest GLP-1 at its lowest price. On Row. Lose 20% of your weight in a week. On Row. 4 weekly shots. 1 monthly plan. Weight loss. Price. Cheaper. 1 monthly plan. Now possible. See if you qualify at Row.com/week.
It changed me as next to be back to the walk back.
In 2026 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Nick Martinelli from Northwestern University.
Selection, yeah, 3 points.
Like you talked about a couple years ago, we teamed with Northwestern versus Martinelli. Now the other one's been Thunder. But he just knows how to score. And he's a solid offensive. He's tough, stepping, fighting, knock down and open the three and shoots a good percentage when he's left open. But nobody in the big thing can stop him. He's outscoring the big guys. Great touch around the rim, and I'm so impressed with his how he takes advantage of this. Right, when he has a small man, he wants to go to the ball. Talking about the touch around the rim, they're losing with the score. He can keep that in the game. At time and time again, if he has to put the guy on him, 5-5, and he can off the jump. It's been versatile. It's been that 6-7 that made us. That's why we have 23 points per game.
Yeah.
Nobody can say it's 1-1.
I don't forget about that. 50% has worked out in the past. We're just talking about Aaron Wiggins and they being traded. Aaron Wiggins was 50% back. He earned a roster spot, earned a $45 million contract. We've also seen guys like Adam Rose taking this way. Ron James is taking 55 pick, and he's having a development career. 50 pick, you know what?
Yeah, the 50 pick would be a special spot. And it wouldn't be a pick if the draft wasn't already on the move. So you guys can walk into the product. The pick is Ron James headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. And as he started to discuss the they have a good summer because as Luka Doncic came to the Lakers, what he was told is that this is the summer to watch for. This is the summer to go out and get you a big man.
Yeah, the Lakers have $50 million in salary cap space after signing Austin Reeves today. Austin Reeves is moving down to a powerhouse back. They are a team going to be offense is going to happen. They're going to want to games to the Lakers, and they're going to be making $100 million combined starting this upcoming season. If you're going to look for that, you've got to have a back line. You've got to have wing defenders. You've got to have a basket defender. That is what they did with the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks went from missing the playoffs to the final, and they went and got big men to have Luka Doncic back. So that is the mission for the Lakers: get big men to protect the rim and wing defenders to have Reeves back. And that is what that play to get
Because they still have the
Good question.
roster, and I imagine they will moving forward unless they trade him because he's a better option than I would expect.
I would too, and I expect him certainly to look at the big stretch if we want to go two bigs here as far as with the Eagles number here. I think when you look at free agency, it's top heavy when you look at Dale Duran, Walter Kessler, I can see the Lakers getting that. Then it's Mitchell Robinson, Robert Williams, Porsche, and Blau. You can trade it for
We're in New York, so we more about Mitchell Robinson. All of a sudden, a bunch of new fans, their ears put out that they're stamped. I'm not sure if we know it is have to reason.
I would say if the Lakers do an offer that $13 to $15 million range would be hard to
Okay, maybe Mitchell Robinson should be part of the Los Angeles Lakers again. It's a full LA. Right now, it's time to send it back.
I got enough to the rush. I just know the Bulls got him.
With the 56 picks in the 2026 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls won Vasilij Lomachenko from Rostov-on-Don, Russia, and Lokomotiv Kuban.
This is a lot of so at 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, he made his name really early in the Russia's youth basketball system. And this past season, he was the young player of the year for basketball. He is the 15th pick again right now, heading to the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to take a quick break here. And when we return, we're going to join us here to tell us about what they think about that, how they made that decision for the next decade.
Need parts? We got parts. Need it fast? We got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing your part to make sure you have it. Part of the day. Just one part that makes a family part. Professional parts people. Auto parts. Big dancing starts here. You can't spring water to sitting in the charcoal. Just smooth textures. Make my joints forward to be the key to a craft. And that's what it's Jack. Jack.
Honey, I have some benefits.
What?
I have friends with benefits.
Hey, girl.
That you don't find the benefits?
Yeah, great. That's my goals on gas, groceries, and
Benefits.
I'll send them around. I'll show this on the room.
We're almost back.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
We're almost there. Big fan. That's good. That's the game. I went for rest. I get it. I thought he very, very pussy. Yeah.
Connection matters. It has to be.
Yeah, like most of them you take one.
That to talk to a Rick on that, even though it makes people uncomfortable.
No, if you put in the work, night and day,
It's part of the job.
you know, stand up to spend money. They work to help you coverage and fix your life and budget.
I respect that.
You know, it's self-respect. Yeah, you're trivial. Nothing they have. I'll take on that game like mental.
Coverage that fits your life and budget. You're just like teachers. Your eyes can after a long day's days. But hey, free waffles from the you. Tonight's closing. Tomorrow.
this country is
we are winding down the second night, the second round of this 2026 draft. Welcome back inside Buckland Center. The picks have been flying around, and so behind us, there's things like right now, they are the Los Angeles.
So the Clippers bring it back and trade it up in the last about 10 minutes. That's how it goes. The Clippers have some big decisions to make with team options in the next week or so. They have 3 different players with a team option. They're all nothing that they won't be going away from. That's Brook Lopez, that's Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Sniffles Batum. Yeah. But the key of those guys, you get a veteran leading team. If you say goodbye and thank you for your contributions, you could take $15 million off your books and that way into the cap space. Okay, the whole league is watching very closely to the Clippers are going to do the other good operating policy.
Well, they're certainly on you. And when you look at it, Watson on a off shoot in Denver. And Denver is that direction you want to go. You want to go forward, take wing, and we talked about one minute. Well, there's a decision to be made there.
Yeah, well, the Clippers, I think after maybe deciding to feed into being an older team last year, decided that that experiment didn't work and decided to move back and trade with Garland. And then the question becomes, where does Kawhi Leonard fit?
So look, when you do this talk, by the way, Kawhi Leonard the last year and a half has been one of the top 10 players in the league. He's been spectacular. He is playing as that type of player, and he's in the last year of his contract. When you're in a situation, you don't let him get this free agency. You either extend his contract or you trade him. And that is what's on the plate for the Clippers right now.
Right, because he will be going into the last year.
Yeah, he's extension eligible, 2 years left. I mean, I think there's a lot of what else? Keep an eye on what happens with Kawhi Leonard.
Say more about that.
Detroit is motivating things like this.
Thinking about that 100%.
Maybe it's one of these.
Interesting. All right, so this will be age is on there that he could be tracking through this for the Los Angeles Clippers. Again, it says Atlanta, but this pick has been on the move a couple of different times. And right now, the Clippers are delivering what they want to do.
We have 4 minutes.
They do come out quickly, although your program will be injected if you don't get off the air.
To Bobby's point, if they decide to do something with Kawhi Leonard, he decides to extend his contract. Because he's going to the last shooting field, just like we saw with Giannis Antetokounmpo, he would potentially get some say. Because you would be careful about that. Now, this could all be new. They can come to two terms with him to a new deal, and they can say, we've got our young draft pick, Wagner, we've got Darius Garland, we're going to move forward with these 3 guys. But what if they don't? And that's what the league was watching.
And so far, I mean, when Kawhi has been asked about this at the end of the season in a very Kawhi way, he's specifically saying that they will deal with and kept that close to the vest. Of course, the Clippers are also waiting the aspiration of evaluation and to see any problem that happens.
Yes, and it is possible they can face some sort of penalty for that. But in the past, when we've been in situations like this, the player has not been penalized. So the league is certainly to provide guidance. I think there's a Kawhi would be a part of the league.
And you guys are probably drinking game out of by now. They have one time. Let's keep it on the move from Atlanta to the Clippers. You can see about Tatum.
In the 2026 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Narcisse Ngoy from Champigny-Fleury, France, and Francis Poitier.
Narcisse Ngoy team to the France. He actually starting to play with Auckland back in March. He is now going to the draft instead.
This young man is a project. Poitier is the smallest player in France. They are taking a shot. And they've got a lot of work to do. Very athletic and the most disappointing staff is the offense staff. They thought they might have had a steal. Not ready for the league just yet, but you guys just asking program.
Yeah.
We call this practice cash. I won't say he's 2 years old.
I was going to say,
but it was a good reach, but it's a small club, so he's got to score a lot of work.
I hope they were going to be able to more than this job. We appreciate the things that you're to the next picture. 7 times. That is how many times this pick has changed hands. It is going from Detroit.
Unreal, dude.
Through the Magic, way too low to the Phoenix Suns, way too low and goodbye to the Brooklyn Nets, and the New York Knicks before saying, you know what, I want a little bit of FOMO and heading to New Orleans.
Water place on the move.
6 times this pick has turned correct.
Well, and the result of the New York winning a championship is the player they traded that pick for was Jose Alvarado.
What's wrong with that second?
Yeah, but where it went from Brooklyn or the Durant trade, he actually all over there, and the result is we got a lot of finally.
Finally, the competitive needs to get into the draft. You know, last year they moved up in the draft and they actually got them in the first round pick. And then it's a hard pick. It's finally they do this. And by the way, obviously the lot of 57 picks haven't announced it too much in the NBA because not much nobody. and has been with all things involved. So you never know.
You never know where this heptagon hit. That's what it's called. For 75, right? Heptagon hit could end up. Lots of it in the spot. A lot of it comes back to their number one pick from 2019, Zion. Yeah, I sat down with Zion and he said to me that he has felt like he hadn't put his all necessarily into his body up until this point, but he really felt like he was starting to
That was a red flag,
this
dude.
year and wants to be the cornerstone of his active.
Well, that's great news because when he's healthy, he's an unstoppable force on a basketball floor. I mean, he was a dude. When he came out of the state of South Carolina, high school player, like, I've never seen anything like this on the basketball floor. When he's healthy, the numbers he puts up, it's hard to form.
And so it felt like he was responsible way, and I'm really excited to see that he was Zion what he said. All right, 7 times it has moved, and now it will be picked.
New Orleans Pelicans select Jerron Year Jr. from Southern Methodist University.
Jerron Year from SMU. He shot 13% on threes over the last 2 seasons. That's actually shooting 32% across the 3 seasons he played. Earlier shooter here. There are 2 left to be made. We're going to take a quick break.
I don't know if Minnesota's hitting my head.
When we come back, we'll finish out 2026 NBA.
That's a delicious artifact. No, it's actually. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say something too. I'm very impressed with Isaiah Evans picked the out Duke that they took.
There's real teams. And there's experience in the league with Platinum. That actually Platinum that players. Tiny benefits that to US residency. And then get $100 back annually on eligible resin purchases. So go ahead and order the Chanel Switch. For a life like no other, new department like more. There's nothing like Platinum.
DNA, we are so excited to bring you into the future.
How can we help people save money? What's the catch?
There's no catch. We call, drive, and save. What a break. Car sale 24/7 roadside assistance. Get mechanic work.
The man's a genius.
Gotta keep it from conquering the world.
He'll never stop that.
Units.
Now and then, we stop and sell roses, or leaves, frogs, trees, and that wine free again. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
So yeah, what the fuck? I'm about to close the train down in just a minute. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe now. Put your boys in medicine.
That's not what we want. It's always one of us. Hershey, bring it.
He's the first.
NBA Timberwolves major selection.